Nathan, first of all, thanks very much for joining us here today on BoxNation. Looking back to last year when you fought Tony Bellew, you had a good idea of what kind of fight you were in for, I think, because you knew Tony so well, you knew his style. What do you know of Tommy Karpency?
Yeah, I knew the Tony Bellew fight would have turned out the way it did. A lot of people expected me to go into that fight and win quite comfortably. But I knew otherwise. Tony Bellew he's a good opponent, works very hard, is very hungry. I knew, he was underestimated. I knew he was going to give me a good fight. Going into the fight with Tommy Karpency, who I know very little about, which is potentially dangerous. I know he's strong, I know he's tough, and he's going to be hungry. He's got nothing to lose. He's got no pressure on him for the fight. So he can come over and enjoy himself and just go to win.
The Bellew fight came around quite quickly for you. You've had a little bit more time to train this time.
Yeah, when I was preparing for the Bellew fight, I had 7 weeks' notice, which is not ideal. I prefer much longer to prepare for a fight. Fortunately for this fight, I've been given more notice, so longer preparation time. So mentally now, I feel better, as well as physically. Mentally, I'm more switched on, I'm more focused, and I'm more settled in my mind, so I can just go in and enjoy the fight and win the fight.
It was a pretty hostile atmosphere up there in Liverpool for you. It's going to be different this time around. First time in 4 years fighting in Cardiff. Is that going to be a help to you? Or maybe does that put even more pressure on you to perform?
It could potentially add pressure, but the way I look at it is to use it as a plus, really, to enjoy the occasion. It's a big weekend of sport, and for me to be involved in one of those events, World Championship boxing, for the first time in Wales in 4 years, it's going to be a special occasion for me. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm not putting myself under any pressure. I'm just going to go out and enjoy the occasion.
As you referred to then, Wales are playing England at Twickenham that day, then you're fighting in the evening down in Cardiff. It might be quite a lively evening in Caroline Street, do you think?
I think it's going to be quite a loud night in Cardiff come February the 25th. We've got Wales, England for the Six Nations, followed by my world title fight in the night, the homecoming. And the following day we've got Cardiff City, Liverpool in the final of the Carling Cup. So it's a massive weekend, and as I say, I'm just grateful to be involved in it.
I've seen you working out here a little bit earlier on. Are you on target?
Preparation's gone great, all on track, feeling focused mentally. Physically I feel in good shape, I'm feeling fit. So now it's just a matter of focusing up until fight night, staying composed, not going over the top with the training, and as I said, just enjoying this time in my life and enjoying the fight.
Now this looks like it could be a really quite fantastic year for you. What would be your dream fight?
Well, provided we come through February 25th as planned, with no slip-ups, we can look for an exciting summer. We're looking for one of the elite names in the division, to get a fight on with one of those guys, maybe a unification fight for the WBA, IBF or WBC belt, either one of those guys. You've got Babet Shumanov, WBA champion, Trevor's Cloud IBF and Hopkins WBC. So one of those guys would be, that would round off this year nicely.
And just finally, the week before your fight, we've got Derek Chisora out in Munich fighting for the WBC Heavyweight Championship against Vitaly Klitschko. How do you see that going?
I think Derek's got a chance. He's a great character, very very charismatic, great fun, but he can fight. He's for a heavyweight, he's very fit, and on his day, he'll give anybody a fight. He's very determined when he's in the ring. I think he could cause Vitali problems. You know, he's up against it. It's no doubt about that, because Vitali's such a big guy, such a big heavyweight. You know, a big puncher. He's proven he's a great world champion over the years, but he's getting older. Derek's younger, fresh. You know, so I definitely wouldn't write off an upset there.